Salut coders, this is Bisky here. Welcome back to another YouTube tutorial, and in this tutorial I want to show you an interesting software as a service platform that we have right now, and this one is called DhiWise, and you can use this to build your Flutter and React applications. I know if you are developing your application, most of the boring part is to design your application, like the screens. Like I showed you how to develop a chat application, this one in the previous months, and as you can see, developing this chat application, it was so boring because I have to design everything. As you can see, the time and also the text message, all of these screens. But with this software as a service platform, which is DhiWise, you can have a template like what you do on web developers. Usually they can buy templates and then they start to customize based on what they want. It can increase your speed of developing your application and to launch your product as quickly as possible. Yes, I know I'm good on designing these custom screens, but I don't have time for doing that. So what I want to do is that to have a platform that does everything for me, and just I can focus on the business logic, saving the data, REST APIs, all of sort of things. So I want to show you how you can get started with this one. It's free. So what you can do is just you need to sign in on DhiWise. So you can visit the link, it is in the description. So here I want to sign in with my Gmail. Then I choose my Gmail. I can say I'm a freelancer. You can choose what you want. Very technical. And prototype, I just say prototype. I add them on social medias. Just choose anything that you want for you to get started. Yeah. So what I want to do, I want to create a new application. So after doing this, you have to create a new application or create from templates or create from select screens. So I want to create from templates. So just choose create from templates. And in here you can see we have list of templates that you can choose. So there's e-commerce, music app player. So it is going to be quick. So for me, I want to choose this one, the social networking. I just want this one. So if I select this one, as you can see, if I want to develop a chat application, I will just choose this one. Why did I choose this one? Does it have everything, every screen that I want when I'm developing? So yes, I want a login screen, and this is the login screen. What about the chats? Let's look for the chat screen. Here, this is the chat screen. So as you can see, this is almost better. It's almost better or the same with this one. So if I use this template, I'll be able to use these chats because my application is more concerned on the chat screen. So most of the time people are communicating. So I can choose this template and you can see it delivered. So I can also customize to add like the message, the time when the message was sent, so it's easier. And let me go above, and also on my chat application I can also add this status, these messages, like who sent the messages. It's a bit better. So let me use this template. This is the one that I want, and I can click use template, and it's going to be a Flutter. So for you have to choose your platform, like the technology that you want, iOS, Android, Flutter. And this one, the application name, I can call it social app. Then I can create app. So let's wait and see. So these are the widgets that are going to be part of the application. Like these are the custom widgets. So our custom field, our button, floating, search view, radio, and these are the screens like where they are being used 12 times. So I can say let's start. So I will choose my first screen here. Select the screen which should open after splash screen. So after splash screen, it should be open this one, which is the login screen. Then I will say submit. So this is going to be our splash screen. So you can come here and you can style this and do whatever you want from here. This is an image to be in your resources, and I can choose another screen. Maybe I can choose login. Let's see, find new friend. I can just edit this one, this text, or you can style based on what you want, like adding the margin, like so. You can also change colors here. If you have a color of preference, you can change the colors, and this is going to be your UI. So after doing this, if you are happy with these changes, you can just preview it. Let's preview the application, and it open another tab for previewing. Okay, this is going to be our login screen. Email and password, forgot password, registration, 10 notifications. So these things we can need them when you are developing your application, or you can invite friends, so maybe from your contacts, and also you can be able to see these news. Yeah. So let's see other screens, and you also need this, like Instagram, the stories, so you can put them on your chat app. These are the stories. These are the latest news, search, like status. Let's see for the chat. This is going to be our chat. So it means I'm happy with this. So if I'm happy with this, what should I do? I want to clone this. I need this project to start work on it on my VS Code. So you have to click build up. And for state management, for me, I'm in love with Riverpod. Don't ask me why. I just love Riverpod. And others can use Block, GetX, Provider, or you can just use the application that configuration for state management. But if you are building a application that is easy to maintain, to use state management, it's better. So I will choose build with Riverpod. Yeah, let's wait for the process to complete. It won't take time because this thing was developed with the good developers, like best developers. So it's now easier for us to build application like a prototype in just a month, because we are now focusing on the business functionality, not on the designs. So even if you want to customize the designs, it will be easier for you. So let's see. Okay, I can just say view code. So this is the code after we build our application. So with this code, you can see this is this it just created Android and iOS. For now, it's not supporting the web and the Mac or platforms. So you can just add those when you are developing. It's easy. So this code is just the same code that you are used to. It's not complicated, even for new developers like who are being get starting with Flutter. They will be able to use this code And also the widgets, these are the custom widgets, the custom buttons that you were seeing, those beautiful buttons. And also these are the routes. They are using these routes, this route formatting, and from the splash screen. So everything is there. And where, let me look for the pages, like the presentation. This is the presentation part. This is going to be your chat screen, what you were seeing there. And inside, I think it is inside a list view builder. They just develop this in a way that you'll be able to understand. So on my application, this one, let me show you how we can use it on our VS Code. We have built the application, so let's go in, let's reload this page. Or you can just click this this button. This one is just, it's going to download this screen only if you want to download a specific screen. So for us to get started, like I want to show you how you can clone this project, or how you can integrate to this project. So what you can do, you just click here, and you can go to your apps, or you just go back and you can go to your settings. After going to your settings, there's something that they call this integration. So you can integrate with them. You can integrate with your GitLab, or you can use code sync. So with this code sync, this is the ID that you can use. So you can integrate with what? With VS Code or IntelliJ if you use the IntelliJ Android Studio. So for those who use VS Code, you just click this extension, and you can install the extension. So you can open your VS Code. I can open my VS Code. Then you can install. I already installed this application. So after installing, you just cancel this, and you can come back to. You can come back to the. After you install, you can come back here. You just copy this key, which is the application token. You just copy it, and you can open your VS Code. So in your VS Code, you can see this thing, which is DhiWise. So this thing will be added, this icon, which is the DhiWise icon. So in DhiWise icon, you have to sync your code. So first thing, you must create an empty folder. So for me, I have to create an empty folder. So I've created an empty folder. Create an empty folder, and just open the folder, which is empty. I can say open a folder, and I can say YouTube project social app. This is the empty folder. There's nothing in it, right? Yes, I trust the authors. After doing that, I will come to this one, and I click sync code, and I click yes here. In here, you can see it shows a pop-up for access token. You just paste your access token and press enter. So let's wait for it to sync the project on our device. Wonderful. You can see now this is the lib folder that we are used to, and this is the presentation that I showed you on the web, on their platform. And these are the screens. This is your login screen. It's easy. The code is easy to understand. So we need to let's run pub-get on our terminal. A Flutter pub-get to get dependencies. So make sure you Flutter installed on your computer. Yeah, as you can see, we are almost sorted here. So what we have these errors. So let's check what is the issue here. we have this navigation key. So what we can do is just to check if we are using a navigation key anywhere in our project. So I just copy here and come back to where we are having an error in this screen. So this error, it's easy to fix. It's looking for this in the root one, or it was looking for that in the root, or we just come here and change. Let's remove the widget like this, and we can come also here. Let's remove this. I know if you are experienced, you can easily fix this. Let's see the error here. This one is about the radius, so let's just comment this. For now, I want you to show you how you can test this application. So this one is no longer with its implements. So after doing this, let's try to run our application. Let's run our application. Let's click run. So it's now running on iPhone 14. So I have to install this pod. I have to install the pod on my, let me install this pod. I'm using simulator. So I just say cd iOS. Let me just clear this. Let's go into the iOS folder. In this iOS folder, we want to install the dependencies. So for me to install iOS, you have to run pod install, but I am having an M2 chip. So for M2 chip, you have to say arc times x86. This is the processor, 64, and run this. This is how you install pod in your. So right now there's an issue of run test which is not in the runner. So just open this file and let's go to this runner. It's looking for this thing. So let's delete the test and let me try to install again. We have an issue again. It required a higher minimum deployment target. Here, let's uncomment here. And I will put 13. Starting from iOS platform 13, then I will run the pod install. After doing this, let me run the application again. So the application will run on this device. So let's wait for it. Here, it's launching in here. As you can see, the application is now running, and this is our splash screen that you saw on the UI. But right now we don't have the configuration to go to a login screen. So you can start do your code like the logic. If you go to your VS Code, that's when you start to go through your navigations. You know, I think you are familiar with the navigation, so you can go to your splash screen in here, and you can add your logic. What happens when there's maybe for a delay of 5 minutes, and you can extend like stateful widgets, all of sort of things. So this is the design that you are seeing in here, and with this emulator, and you can just change the size if you want, because you are now using. If I refresh, it's now too small. I just say 80. You can see we are now able to sync our project. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you are now familiar with the integration of DhiWise. You can use this one. It's free, and you can start your development using this software as a service platform. If you are new to this channel, make kindly subscribe, like, comment, and tell me what you think. Salut coders.